Is octopus healthy? Here's what a dietitian says. A dietitian explores the health benefits, downsides, and nutritional value of eating octopus. The octopus is a type of cephalopod that lives in the ocean. It's well known for having 8 legs and being one of the most intelligent creatures in the sea. Octopus is also a culinary delicacy in coastal areas of the world. It's a beloved food of many people in Asia-Pacific countries like Japan and the Koreas, as well as in the Mediterranean, such as Italy and Spain. If you've eaten octopus before or wondered what it might be like, but you're unsure about how healthy the seafood actually is, this article is for you. Here, we'll take a deeper dive into the nutritional profile of octopus, including its benefits, downsides, and more. Types of octopus. Like many types of seafood, octopus is versatile. The most common forms of octopus used for meals are fresh, frozen, canned, dried. Octopus can be eaten raw or cooked. The most common ways to cook octopus are grilling, baking, steaming, boiling, poaching, stewing, frying. Depending on the type of octopus you're cooking with, and how you decide to cook it, octopus can take on completely different flavor and texture profiles. For example, some people have a hard time eating octopus because of its chewy texture. To achieve a less rubbery texture, many chefs swear by using frozen octopus or by slow poaching fresh octopus in a flavorful liquid at a low temperature for at least 90 minutes. Dried octopus usually requires a similar amount of time for rehydrating and cooking, but you may not always have time for such a lengthy process. In that case, canned octopus can easily be eaten right away and served plain, or you can quickly spice it up with garlic, herbs and spices, citrus juices, and similar seasonings. Summary. Fresh octopus is commonly used in meals, but frozen, dried, and canned varieties are also available. There are many different ways to cook octopus, and some people prefer to eat it raw. Nutritional profile of octopus. Overall, octopus is a healthy source of lean protein that is low in calories, fat, and carbohydrates but high in amino acids, and thus protein, trace minerals, and micronutrients like vitamins. Here is the nutrition profile for 3 ounces, 85 grams, of octopus cooked using a moist heat cooking method like boiling, braising, or stewing. Calories, 139. Carbs, 4 grams. Protein, 25 grams. Fiber, 0 grams. Fat, 2 grams. Vitamin B12 to 1,275% of the daily value, DV. Selenium, 139% of the DV. Copper, 70% of the DV. Iron, 45% of the DV. Vitamin B6, 32% of the DV. Zinc, 26% of the DV. Niacin, 20% of the DV. Phosphorus, 19% of the DV. Sodium, 17% of the DV. Pantothenic acid, 15% of the DV. Choline, 13% of the DV. Magnesium, 12% of the DV. Potassium, 11% of the DV. Just as the preparation method you choose for octopus can alter the taste and texture of the final dish, it might also influence the food's final nutritional value. For example, a 3-ounce, 45-gram serving of dried octopus could contain as much as 1,114 milligrams of salt, 289% more than fresh cooked octopus. What's more, canned octopus is usually packed in oil and therefore higher in fat. If octopus has been deep fried, it will also be higher in fat and calories than when the seafood is roasted, grilled, poached, or stewed. Nonetheless, octopus prepared anyway is an incredibly rich source of many nutrients, such as vitamin B12 and selenium, which are important for bodily functions like forming red blood cells, synthesizing DNA, and combating harmful oxidation. Though it's not quite as rich in unsaturated fats as fatty fish like salmon and tuna, octopus is still high in the omega-3s docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, and icosahexaenoic acid. They're considered heart-healthy nutrients because they may help reduce inflammation and protect against heart disease. Summary: octopus is an incredibly nutritious lean source of protein. The seafood is low in calories and fat, yet it's full of vitamins B6 and B12, selenium, copper, iron, zinc, and more. The evidence-based health benefits of eating octopus. Octopus plays a crucial role in many cultural and culinary traditions. Not only does the seafood make for a delicious meal to many, but octopus can undoubtedly be a part of a nutritious and well-balanced diet. Here are a few of the most impressive health benefits of octopus. It's a lean protein. Lean proteins are good sources of protein that remain relatively low in calories, fat, and cholesterol. Packing more than 25 grams of protein per serving for just under 140 calories, octopus definitely fits the description of a lean protein. Though octopus does contain a decent amount of cholesterol, about 82 milligrams per serving, it still contains less than squid and shrimp. Plus, research on dietary cholesterol and heart disease has begun to shift. Contrary to what was once believed, it seems eating nutritious sources of cholesterol like eggs and seafood is less likely to raise blood cholesterol levels than eating foods like red meat that are high in saturated fat. It turns out that a diet high in lean seafood, even if it contains some cholesterol, may actually improve heart health rather than harm it. A rich source of healthy unsaturated fats. The healthy unsaturated omega-3 fatty acids in octopus may help prevent heart disease, but their benefits don't stop there. A diet rich in sources of omega-3s, like octopus and other types of fish, has also been linked with a lower risk for some cancers, protection of cognitive function, and a healthy gut microbiome. The gut microbiome refers to the groups of healthy bacteria that live in our intestines. The microbiome plays a vital role in immunity, inflammation, and disease prevention. May have antidepressant properties. Another interesting property of the omega-3s in octopus and seafood, eating more of them may reduce symptoms of major depressive disorder. In certain populations, research shows those who eat moderate, but not necessarily high, amounts of seafood tend to score lower on measures of depression. What's more, it appears the ratio between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids in the blood is also a factor. Thanks for watching. Why you should start eating raw meat, or eat more of it. A friend of mine is a classically trained chef, and she often invites me over to her house to eat whatever goodies she has concocted. A few years ago I asked her the cliché question that every chef is sick of answering: what's your favorite food? I was expecting something exotic and packed with intense flavors, like roast quail with plum sauce. Or maybe something simple and beloved, like filet mignon or a chocolate soufflé. Instead, she looked at me like nothing had ever been more obvious, and said, steak tartare, of course. Don't miss how to freeze raw meat so it still tastes good later. While sushi may be romanticized by most eaters, other raw meats, such as tartar, carpaccio, and raw shellfish, are a little less common. But if you're not already eating them, then you should get started ASAP. For the love of food, the culinary benefits. When my chef friend told me that tartar was her favorite dish, I was confused. I'd never tried it, but everything I knew about making steak was based around the fact that it was relatively flavorless without copious amounts of salt and fat, and a good sear. My friend explained to me that real merit in steak tartare is not in the flavor, but in the mouthfeel, which, it turns out, is as remarkable a texture as anything you'll ever try. And the same is true of raw oysters, raw clams, and one of my all-time favorites, ribeye carpaccio. The texture of the raw meat is incomparable and unbeatable. The flavor sure isn't bad either. It's true that raw beef is pretty mild, though it has a nice gamey flavor, but it holds up well to really fun seasonings. And a raw oyster may not have the buttery, hearty flavor of oysters Rockefeller, but it does carry a perfect amount of brine, like the world's greatest olive. But wait a minute. Is it safe to eat? There's a stigma that follows raw meat. Most people think it's a food that is dangerous to consume. Thankfully, this isn't really the case. While it's true that the chance of parasites living in meat is higher if the meat is raw, nearly all meat-borne diseases are the result of poor meat quality or improper food care. If you buy good quality meat and prepare it safely, more on that in a moment, the chance of getting sick from raw meat is very, very minuscule. That said, people with compromised immune systems should be careful with raw meat. On the flip side, raw meat offers a lot of health benefits. It's healthy to consume some enzymes, which are killed off when meat is cooked. Cooking also makes food harder to digest. Raw beef is high in vitamin B, and some say it's beneficial for hormonal and reproductive health. Meanwhile, raw fish and oysters are packed with nutrients. Thanks for watching.